Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started with our Britney Spears celebrity reading right after you go ahead and hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. Click that bell so you don't miss a thing here. Also, I want you to make sure that you like when you come into this video. Go check it out at Hangman Tarot as well. We are going to start our celebrity tarot card reading. I'm going to go over a few things only because what the fudge is going on with Britney Spears? Like, this is not normal, people. Okay, I don't got to read cards to know this, okay? I was just, looking at their wedding album and I was browsing the new photos of the beautiful bride and the beautiful groom who's creepy. I have to say, what is going on? Whatever happened to the Alzheimer's? Whatever happened to the pregnancy? Like, these things are completely looked over. Nobody's actually looking into them or, checking in on the fact that she's wearing a collar, okay? A collar at her wedding. Now I know what you're saying. It's a collar, Jordan. It's, but it's Britney Spears with a collar on. She has a collar on. And if you take a look at each and every one of her photos, including the one on my thumbnail, check it out. He is squeezing her. He is squeezing her and pulling her into him or down. He's squeezing her. He's forcing her in. You can tell by the body language. And I can't even make this up. Like, I literally was looking at some body language things just to double check my intuition and what I kind of know about body language. And I legit really believe that she did not want to marry this person. I believe that the crazy guy, or they're labeling this man crazy, Jason Alexander, he apparently was an unwanted guest when he showed up at her house on Thursday, June 9th, to allegedly stop her wedding to Sam Creepy Man. Okay. Britney Spears invited me, he expressed. And he claimed during an Instagram live video that on Thursday, after arriving at the pop star's LA residence, she's my wife. She was my first wife. She was my only wife. She called me. She wanted me to come here. I'm her first husband. I'm here to crash the wedding because nobody is here but Sam. So where the fuck's the family at? What's going on? Alexander, who can be heard speaking to a security guard in the video attained by TMZ, and this is all coming from US Weekly, he doesn't take no for an answer. He then ran towards the house before his damn phone cuts off. His phone cut out. Like, what? Like, Jason, did you not charge your phone before you went and rescued Britney Spears? Because I believe in my heart of hearts that she called him. Because this man has not addressed her in years. He hasn't even approached her in years. He hasn't done anything in years. So why the fuck would he choose now? I know that he's crazy and he looks like he's high. That's fine. That's fine. But those people are actually, like, they don't always lie. I mean, sometimes they're like telling you the truth, but everybody's so like swept away in the fact that she's free. No, she's not. She's not fucking free. You can tell this bitch is not free. Okay. I know what she looked like in her first wedding. That was free. She was happy. This is not. This is a complete opposite. So again, after managing to get out of his house, Alexander again started filming despite being asked to leave her property. Don't put your hands on me, he said. Where's Britney? He eventually made his way back outside where he was reportedly restrained. I believe he was arrested too. I don't think that he's any less or more crazy than Britney Spears, quite honestly. And I really feel like that this is some shenanigans because she called him. I really do. I think that's kind of where it went. Yeah, because I know for a fact that something's off here. You can just tell. You can feel it. And let's just start over on another note too. Britney Spears at this wedding doesn't look like Britney Spears. I don't know who the fuck that lady is, but that is not Britney Spears. Okay. They put Britney Spears back in her cage because she wasn't listening, because her birth chart expresses how avoidant she is of trying to listen to other people. Like, even trying to get to a solution, she will not listen to people. She's not agreeable. So the mere fact of getting her to down the aisle and to shut up the entire time, like, no, they've had somebody step in. This is some weird ass shit. Very soon. Yeah, like I don't mean to sound crazy. I don't mean to slander. I don't mean to express a bunch of garbage on here, but that wedding is information. We need to know more about this. Like, YouTube channel is all about, and this is what we're talking about now. Yeah. I don't want to sit here and be like, yeah, conspiracy theory after conspiracy theory, but come on, people. This lady is not Britney Spears. That lady is weird looking. I don't know who the fuck that is. Like, you can always tell, like, even through the worst of the plastic surgery, you can always see the person. You can always see their eyes. This is not Britney Spears, folks. That's not Britney Spears. She might have showed up here and there during the wedding or whatever the fuck was going on, because there's a few pictures when she's at the reception. It looks like her. But through the wedding outfit she's wearing, it's like, you're not Britney. Get out of here. Get out of here, Caroline. We'll just name her Caroline. All right, I'm going to go over her astrology real quick, and we're going to find out a little bit more about just current frustration. So I'm going to do a few of them. So we're going to find out kind of like what's going on. We need to know. We need to know. So she was born December 2nd, 1981 at 1:30 a.m. She's a Sagittarius, Aquarius moon sign, and her ascending is a Libra. Her birth path is 6. And Britney Spears is an American singer. She's credited for influencing the revival of a teen pop momentum during the late 1990s and early 2000s, for which she's referred to as the Princess of Pop, motherfuckers. After appearing in stage productions and TV series, she did sign with Jive Records in 97 at 15, and that's when she came out with "Oh Baby, Baby, how was I supposed to know that you would clone me and make me a pet and put a collar on me?" Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I just think that guy's no fucking good. It's official. Like, I was trying to give him a benefit of the motherfucking doubt because Britney looked like she was having a good time or whatever. I think she is on a leash. Literally. Ew. Yeah, that's not good. All right, so we got some information, truth being told here. There's a mirror situation currently in her energy, and there's definitely something going on as far as information needing to travel. Now, this could be traveling anywhere or anyhow. Like, literally, if she were to get any information across, she would have to do it through signs, images. This is seriously popping up right now. Signs, images, she'd have to code it into what she does on social media. And she also, to get any truth out and reveal what's going on, the truth revealed, we got the mirror card. I can't even lie about this. Legit, she could pass it through dreams or any kind of like astral travel or any kind of those energy, I don't know, airways. I don't even know how to explain it. Intuitively, she can psychically like send it out, but that's something that is not happening as of right now. That is something that needs to happen though. Currently though, there is some information she's wanting to reveal. She's wanting to reveal that this motherfucking reflection that she's looking at ain't her. Like, it ain't her. Like, it's so strange. And why the fuck you, like, Sam, get a job. Get the fuck out of my face. Like, what the fuck? Leave Britney alone. Leave Britney alone. Oh, I can't even deal with this. All right. So just keeping track of any kind of inventory within the mind or within herself is low in energy. Just kind of checking in with that self-care, knowing, where she's at and just doing some introspection or deep dives. She's not doing this. Okay. Because she's too motherfucking focused on the fact that she has a collar on. Okay. This is unreal. Okay, let's find out what's going on with her. I'm all excited to get into this tarot reading. Let's do it. All right, let's find out about a current frustration of Britney Spears as of right now. Yes, she did get married to Mr. Creepy Sam. They did marry. I don't know if it's legit. I have no idea. I don't know any of that. I'm just a tarot reader. I definitely didn't investigate. But if you looked, so somebody go look, deep dive, try to find her license, okay? There you go. Wouldn't that be funny? She's still married to that dude. Nah, that guy, I know he looks crazy. I know he looks like he's been out of rehab for like maybe a couple days, but I think he's honestly like, no, that bitch called me. Like, that's why I'm here. Like, she called me. She said that she was being forced to get married. And he explained himself on a video. He was very upfront about it. And he even said, I haven't bothered her. Why would I start now? All right, let's find out what's going on here. Gentlemen. All right, so we got our 4 wands that's in reverse. Does that look like a happy wedding to you? Does this look like a happy wedding to you? This is her current frustration. I told you. Yee! Okay, So we got 4 of Wands in reverse. Temperance is also in reverse. So there is a fucking issue here, okay? There's a change of feelings. She really is wanting to just kind of give up and get the fuck out of here. She sees the whole picture. She sees the ending of this relationship. She sees all of these things that she's really seeking to find a solution to, okay? Because the solution to letting go of how other people see her, that's something that is very, very important to her. But she's an emotional bag of, like a dumpster full of emotional bags, like legit. I think that she usually is too. I think she's been like this in her last reading, but it's like she wants to leave the past in the past, but she does want to move forward. But there is something going on as far as some in this relationship with the Temperance in reverse. I feel like she has given too much away. She was too eager. She knows that she was too hasty. She knows that she was, throwing things off balance by pushing herself into this situation, this relationship, this wedding. And there is a change of feelings though. And she keeps on expressing, is this good for me? Where is this good for me at? How can this be good for me? And it's because she's seeking the truth for, a solution, to find the solution. And she's like, when she finds a solution, Britney Spears does not think that any other solution will work. She thinks that hers will work. That's it. So they would had to have tied her down to marry her. And you can see in the photos, he's like pressing on her. He's kissing her really hard and she looks angry. She doesn't look happy. Yeah, I totally agree. All right, let's get a few things surrounding that current frustration. Why is she in that state? Why is she feeling that way about the relationship? King of Wands in reverse, people. You know who this is, right? You know who this is. That's Sam. That's Sam. And he's trouble, okay? He's got massive attitude. He's arrogant. He's bossy. He's not a very good lover. He has a lot of control issues, and he does have a dominating attitude. And the balance of power is definitely fluctuating. This is just out of control right now. The communication, even between the two of them, is blocked. And there's a lot of confusion. And she's actually ignoring everything that she needs to be doing. She's ignoring all of it. She has all of these things that she's really good at, and she's determined. Usually she's got a capability. She is a talent to nobody can touch her. But for some reason, she's in this place where she cannot even take care of herself or have her own needs met, especially the things that we are all given. Like, we get all sorts of things, and we are not, like, I'm not rich, but I get to do whatever the fuck I want. She doesn't. It's no different than it was last year. So basically, what's happening here is the balance is out of whack, and she normally can handle a lot. She's normally very flexible and adaptable, but it's like this is becoming everything that she didn't want it to be. And that's exactly what's happened here. Could be a fire sign, earth sign. I can't remember what sign he is. Let's find out feelings and emotions on the situation. Yeah, she's just feeling out of control. She has no control in the situation. She's got a lot of self-doubt. And again, when it comes to watching somebody dominate you, you begin to crumble. You begin to go on the inside. And that's exactly what's happening. It's just not a great time or a great moment to be lacking self-control, really. I mean, quite honestly, like, this is so bizarre. And she looks back on everything and to evaluate everything, to reflect on everything. She's like, I'm such a hard worker. Like, I've worked so hard for this. I've worked hard for this, making sure, at this point that she's okay financially. She just wants to be like, what's next, especially with the materials or the finances. But it's like, she made a bad choice. And right now she's having to face reality. Okay. She's expressed, made these movements, made these judgment calls or choices, or, tried to pick a solution here, or get into a place where, she felt like extremely happy and we're going to, get married and have this wonderful life together. Well, that's not what's happening. Bad fucking choice. Bad fucking choice. That is terrible. I hate it. Ugh. Okay. Let's find out what's upcoming here. All right, good. Justice in reverse. We have our King of Swords. That's also in reverse. Page of Pentacles, and that is in reverse. Okay, so because there's a misuse of power here, standing up for what you believe in, standing up for what you have as far as like anything, morals, values, self-control, however that looks. This is something that she is very deep within, but it's something that she cannot do. And that is the likely action. That's something that she just can't do as of power within the relationship. Okay. There's dishonesty. There's a lack of accountability, living in denial. It's just like a whole lot of not accepting the truth. But she does know that there's rewards for her efforts, eventually at the end, but nothing tangible here, nothing. She doesn't trust the situation, and that is the likely, actions up ahead. She's not going to start trusting it. And there will be an abundance of non-trust. There will be an abundance of non-effort here. The dishonesty, the blame, the unfairness, it's uncanny. Nobody should be treated this way. And I promise you that this is all going to come out. People are going to start talking about this shit because once body language, people are going to be looking at these photos and they're going to be like, this is fucked. Because if I see it, they see it. I can't be the only one. Am I crazy? Like, I'm starting to feel crazy here. I just like, what? Yes. I mean, we could pray, we can think about it, we can talk about it. But ultimately, like, she's designed for whatever she's designed for in that life. I mean, I know nothing about that life, and that's why it's beyond me, because she has seen, felt, and dealt things that I wouldn't even think were possible. I guarantee that whatever it is that they've designed her to be, she will never come out. She'll never come back. She's easily molded. Yes, she is. And she is impulsive. But I don't think that she impulsively drove herself into this space. I just don't. Yeah, I mean, it's normally like, I'm not like tripping about, like the Britney Spears thing, but it's just like, everybody thinks she's free still. And like, I was like, hooray, like I thought she was going to be free for a minute, but like, it just kept kind of dawning on me that she's never going to be free. Like, you can't be free when you've never been fucking free, especially when you've been enslaved like that, like the way that she's speaking on. I just think it's an overkill on a lot of certain things. And like, she can be overkill. And it's like, I don't know. The view that she has on the world to begin with, like deep within her, is already in a place of unrealistic. So like, to be able to easily mold her, to discuss things really easily to her and tell her things really easily, this is a persistence that will never end. Never will end. And she will always be like forced to, because she's not agreeable at all. Okay, let's find out a likely outcome for the next month or so here. All right, so we got our Fool card. 4 of Pentacles. That's in reverse. We also have our 7 of Wands. That's also in reverse. Excuse me, it's upright. What am I talking about? This, sir, is upright. This is upright. So she is going to stand her ground. She's going to try and gain as much advantage as she can, especially when it comes to anything dealing with her inspiration, her work, her passion. She has a lot of potential still. It's still in there. The defiance is still in there so that she could have her own life, have her own, like direction, her own grounding. Like, this is absolutely absurd. She knows that. She knows that. Looking over the situation, she's aware. She's aware that this is fucked up. She feels like she's a little bit in misery, really. She is narrow-minded, more narrow-minded than she used to be, because, it closed her mind more and more and more and more. Hold on. I don't think that they're going, okay, so back on the pregnancy thing, I don't think that they're going to have a kid, because I think that if she were to have been pregnant at one time, I don't think that it just like ended, the pregnancy ended. I think that was probably something aided in, the pregnancy being gone. That's just me throwing that out there. They never wanted her to have kids. They still motherfucking don't. Everything that they want for Britney Spears is still happening. She's still publicized. She's still in the media. She's still, making media wavelength throughout the entire country. So, I mean, she's still being used. Yeah, it's just learning to not control in these relationships. And this is just something that, when there's a secure money bag, the control is just much worse here, especially if they're kind of like in control. And I mean, let's be straight. This guy, Sam, was there. And I'll say it again and again. He was there when Jamie was. And the handlers, they were there when Jamie was. Anyway, so all that she wanted really here was to take a leap of faith. It was to start this new beginning. It was time for her to be in love. It was time for her to have the wedding. It was time for her, to trust herself and trust this other person and have this amazing life. And she might have had just a taste of it, but it's like she's regressed right back into the inner child and she's right back where she started. I guarantee this. I do. Let me draw a couple cards. Absolutely motherfucking not. No. Sam don't want shit besides money. And I definitely thought maybe, or I was trying to give him a benefit of the doubt, and I'm just completely, these wedding photos have really tripped me out. They really changed my mind on the whole entire situation. Oh gosh, don't be sorry in my room. Unless you're a Karen of astrology and you apologize for calling me names. Just kidding. Let's just find out, I'm just going to draw a couple cards based off of any baby stuff. Just any new physical life, anything as far as even passive. Who the hell knows? But I want to find out a little bit and see if maybe a baby is in. I'm saying no in my own head, but who knows? Who knows what they're going to have Brittney do? Okay, so we've got our 9 of Swords upright. We have our Tower upright. And we have our 10 of Swords. That's in reverse. No baby. No baby. This is not a baby read at all. There's just chaos, okay? So nothing is secure here. It's going to be a complete change in her way of life, way of fortune, all of it. Something is really going to shake the fuck out of her life. And I don't know what that might be, but it could be mental. It could be something to do with depression. It could have something to do with even just health-wise. Trauma. Yeah, it's just adding in some anxiety, trauma, hopelessness here. It's like she felt like she was almost there. And she just wants to communicate. She just wants to talk about it, but she's going to hit rock bottom. And the recovery, is supposed to put you in a place where you're going to expect it to be the worst to be over. But that's not where it'll be. This is not going to be talked about. It's not going to be easy for her. She wants to heal. And however that happens, there could even be a split. They could even break up, but she will hit rock bottom during that and in that moment. So he will leave, if anything, if her health declines, or say she gets in an accident and she becomes paralyzed. If anything happens to where he'd have to be more of a caregiver, I don't think that there's babies. No. Absolutely fucking not. And if there is, it will end the same way the first one did. I just am very firm on this. I really believe this right now. I'm very upset. Sam to be a nice guy. He's so good looking and they, looked all happy. It's just it's just you're so extra. What's going on here? They're pushing all this extraness because they don't have her on stage. So they're like, well, we got to make our money somewhere. So we'll pretend she's free. They are all in cahoots. They're all connected. Government, Hollywood, pedophile, trafficking, all of it. It's all underground, gritty, and gross. That's all I can feel from it. So that's why sometimes these readings are hard. And I do take breaks because it's a heavy, heavy duty energy reading any of them. Specifically the ones that are entertaining, the chaos and the toxic. Yeah, people can see these red flags for sure. The flags are pretty apparent. It's apparent she's dating a giant red flag. She has been, but again, her dad's a giant red flag. Her mother's a giant red flag. So Britney Spears is inevitably a baby red flag. And at some point, when do you just turn evil? At some point, when do you just click it off? All empathy, all compassion, all emotion off. It's she has to force her smile. In her first wedding, go everybody who's watching this, anybody who watches this, in her first wedding, go Google it with what's his ass, the dancer. It was the dancer with the hat and the pants. Kevin. Okay. I mean his anyway. Okay. I'm like I could talk on and on about Kevin Federline. Okay, so I want you to go Google their wedding and look how happy she is. So I don't even know if it's possible for her to actually feel real raw joy and emotionally happy connection. I just like at some point, do they beat it out of you? Like, is that a thing? Like, she's been a prisoner for a very long time. I'm going to get out of here before I get hunted down by Jamie Spears. I got to get the fuck out of here. The government's coming. No, okay. Jason is not good for her because he's a little, tired. Okay, he's tired. But I do think that he actually meant what he said. Like, I think that she probably reached out to him. She thought maybe she could trust him. And I think that she can. I think he went there on purpose. I do. I don't think that otherwise he'd be fucking around with it because he doesn't bug her. He never bugged her. And I don't think he pretends. I don't think he like insistently calls her. I think that she covers that up. So I think with it this way, it's easier to manhandle her or have her as a pet because they have that dude in there and they have the whole world thinking that Britney Spears is free. Okay, but she's not. Oh God, I think something's not. I don't know how this is going to play out, but it doesn't look super friendly with that last couple cards here, with that hopelessness, with that Nine of Swords in reverse, especially with that anxiety and just complete chaos. It's going to consume her. She's not going to be able to bounce back quite as easily, or if at all. Like, I just don't have a very good feeling about it. She doesn't look good either. Anyway, I got to get out of here. I have to go make sure nobody comes hunting me down talking about Britney Spears. Bye, y'all. Enjoy your Sunday. Please share, like, and follow. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And if you don't want to miss anything here, you're just going to click on that bell and you'll get all my notifications and you won't miss one thing. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful sunny Sunday. See you later.